in the United States of America, it is no longer taught as a mere theory. It is taught as fact. And I'm talking about this heinous thing called evolutionary thought, that we evolved from a lower life form. And if God did not create mankind, if this young man yesterday does not view his classmates, his former classmates there at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School, if he does not view them as a likeness or a representation of God, created by God in God's very image, but he instead views them as having evolved, and he himself as well having evolved from a lower life form, Sam, what does that do? What does that do to the thinking, not just of the American youth, but the thinking of the American people with respect to how life should be valued?
Well, Dave, the entire concept of life, and can I add to that, value, and tie to that the concept, therefore, of honor and respect, all which are based on a concept of value, which is based on the concept that life is sacred, which is based on the fact that God created. Our founders recognized that, not that way they said. We are endowed by our Creator. He's given us certain rights. That's where value comes from. Dave, you take God out of the equation. Any ideology, the atheistic ideology of communism, the mentality and the ideology of Islam, which does not have value in the person. All of their actions, Dave, you find that the treatment and value of property and respect and honor for God, for that which is right, for life of all people, regardless of color, doesn't exist. It only comes. That's the wonderful thing about it. Life and value and sacredness of these things only comes with liberty that we have in Jesus Christ. That comes right off the Bible. You throw the Bible out, you throw out with it all of these things that we come to enjoy in this country, but we throw them out not knowing that they only come from one source.
Sam, then let me ask you this. What it sounds like you're saying and what you're advocating is this. Our theme today is curative solutions. In other words, we're looking for a cure here. We're not just looking to put Band-Aids on open wounds. We want to find a cure to the problem of what's happening in America's schools and the violence that's rampant on the streets of our country. So what you're saying is, Sam, if we would reintroduce God, if we would reintroduce, especially at the educational level, the fact that man was created by a holy, righteous God, that would help solve the problem ultimately.
Dave, that is the remedy. Jesus Christ and the liberty that comes from faith in Him, healing, hope, and security is only found in Jesus Christ and in obedience to God's Word. It's that simple.